We are not doing well this morning, you guys.
We are hanging on by a thread.
It has been a weekend of things going on.
Great. Just hanging on for dear life this morning, everybody.
We're going to make it. It's going to be fine. We're going to...
Fine.
That's right. We're going to be fine. And in fact, we're going to kick it off with a story that Daisy has been wanting to talk about for a long time. And so I was like, I don't know anything about this. So we're just going to play a video that is a happening taking place all over campuses right now. And that is sororities doing dance thingies. And there's no music to this. There is music, but I had to mute it because, as you know, it's copyright stuff.
So we could do our own little music in the background, be like,
but just know, this is one of like 7 skabillion different sorority videos that are going viral right now. Here is what they look like. They're like this.
There's my sorority now. Yeah, that's a little, okay.
Is this not what yours looked like? I don't understand.
That was what mine looked like. More like that. And we were a little bit dorkier. That was mine. I was an Alpha Chi. I was an Alpha Chi at Tennessee, if anybody cares. Yeah. Okay. We were I dressed as like the Tin Man in one of the skits. I was literally silver from head to toe, and I had a funnel on my head, one of those silver funnels, and I was like, I'm the Tin Man. I mean,
but I've been seeing the dancing for the past few years. It's been a thing.
It's kind of skanky. Some of the dancing is skanky. I don't like it. I'm just going to be honest, not a fan. I mean, I know it's supposed to be empowering, Daisy, and it's great. I would have never made it because I would have been like, when do I get to dance like the Tin Man? Like I get to dress up and be like, I'm the Tin Man. I mean, that's because we did skits, we did like,
oh my God,
skits and you would have loved it. You would have fit right in. Cause I mean, in fact, I was shocked when I met you and you weren't in a sorority because it actually suited you more than it suited me. Honestly,
no, it did not at all suit me. Like, because I had sorority friends who would tell me about it, and I would just be like, "Why are you tolerating this?
Oh,
why are you allowing like the rules?" Like, she was like, "We're not supposed to take this elevator because it's just not cool, or you can't walk on this side of the street."
Oh, we didn't do that.
Bye.
No, mine didn't do that. It was actually, the girls were great, and it was, it was a lot of fun, and we partied, and it was a good time. And we also did philanthropic stuff. I know my husband does not believe me when I tell him that we like did stuff for old folks and our cause was domestic abuse. He's like, yeah, right. When you were not pillow fighting, And I'm like, no, seriously, when we did good things, we actually did.
But they're expensive, right? Like that's another issue is that they're so expensive. And now there's apparently like coaches and tutors that you can get. And there's these moms, according to the New York Post, who are like spending ungodly amounts of money just to help their daughters get a leg up. It was crazy.
They obviously weren't in them. These are the moms that weren't in them, I don't think. And they're like, it's the same with everything. It's like sports and with everything, like the stage moms, dance moms. These are sorority moms, same thing. I think they're all kind of in the same category, these kind of moms, right? Don't you think? I honestly,
it's a lot.
I don't care. My daughter will never be in a sorority because she's probably going to do athletics and you don't have time for that. And I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. So there's that.
Yeah. It's a whole different kind of ball game now.
It's very, very different. It's not different is our socials. They're very consistent. They're very consistent, you guys. Go check them out. It's chicksonright.com/links. You should check them out. Also, please subscribe to this podcast. Please do it. Please do it. William the Texan was never in a sorority. That's good. In fact, one of the things that I think is really weird is that over the past couple years, they did go a little woke. Mine in particular did the whole, we accept transgenders. And that's where I was like, I'm checking out. Like, you guys are whack. And now they are starting to kind of come back to, well, I mean, I don't, you're starting to see like a lot of these videos where they're like doing the whole yay America thing. So I don't know. Maybe
there's hope.
They're saying they broke the woke is what a lot of these people are saying. So I don't know what to think. I just don't.
A couple of logistical items that we need some housekeeping, if you will. Would like to welcome Neve and C. Noons to moderating responsibilities. They volunteered, and they are going to help moderate and keep some of the most nasty trolls. Now, they're not going to just like ban people who disagree with us. We're fine with disagreement.
Totally.
But if it's going to be like the pestery people who just like call everybody names, then they're going to take the hand. So you'll notice that they have little wrenches in their little with their little names on YouTube. This is for YouTube, by the way. We already have fantastic moderators over in the ball pit. This is for YouTube. So we really, really, really appreciate your help, Neve and C Noons. Thank you very much for that.
We do appreciate the people have been calling for that. So thank you so much for that.
Absolutely. And then a point of personal privilege, if I may, because I've gotten some concerned questions about two different issues. The first being Hurricane Erin, which reached Category 5 status over the weekend, 160 mile an hour sustained winds, like absolutely crazy, huge, gigantic monster out in the Atlantic. People have been worried about my neck of the woods and whether that's going to impact me. It doesn't look like it will. Outside of maybe Tuesday, Wednesday, we might have some bigger waves on the coasts than we normally do. But other than that, it is very much not coming near us. Now, the Outer Banks of North Carolina might have a little concern. In fact, I heard some reports that there are some mandatory evacuations of like Camp Hatteras. So there are some areas of the coast that could be impacted, but it will not be my area, thank goodness. But this is just the first storm, you guys. We're like just kicking off hurricane season, so I'm not relaxing about hurricanes. So that is the first issue. Secondly, people were asking if my house was impacted by the Fripp fires. And first of all, I don't have a house on Fripp Island. That's just where we vacationed many, many years in a row. But one of my close friends who does have a house on Fripp is here on Fripp this week. And she's like staying with us now, not because her house is in danger, but because there are electrical issues. And there were 3 houses that just burned right to the ground, along with an owner and his dog. So it's just very sad for this whole area. But no, thank you for asking. For those people who did, I don't have a house on Fripp, so it did not impact me directly. So, yeah.
It just sucks.
But it's really sad.
Yeah, totally sucks.
It's just a super sad story. All right, let's get into some news. Obviously, the big news of the entire weekend was Trump's meeting with Putin. And so we're going to just kind of do a little bit of a journey, you know, how we like to do like a chronological journey.
Yes.
So before the meeting, Jessica Tarlov had Hillary Clinton on to talk about the upcoming meeting with Trump and Putin. And Hillary actually said if Trump were able to pull off something, she would nominate him for a Nobel Peace Prize. Here's a little bit of that conversation.
Precipice of a meeting between President Trump and President Putin in Alaska. Drawing on your experience as Secretary of State, if you were en route to Alaska, what would you be looking to get? What does an acceptable deal look like?
He is not meeting with a friend. He is meeting with an adversary, and an adversary who wants to see the destruction of the United States and the Western alliance. But if he could bring about the end to this terrible war, where Putin is the aggressor, invading a neighbor country, trying to change the borders. If he could end it without putting Ukraine in a position where it had to concede its territory to the aggressor, had to, in a way, validate Putin's vision of greater Russia, but instead could really stand up to Putin to make it clear there must be a ceasefire, there will be no exchange of territory, and that over a period of time, Putin should be actually withdrawing from the territory he seized in order to demonstrate good faith efforts, let us say, not to threaten European security. If President Trump were the architect of that, I'd nominate him for a Nobel Peace Prize.
I don't think she actually would.
No. Oh my God, no. She's going to come up with reasons that he did really bad things or he screwed something up, you know?
Yeah.
This
is the left, right? This is what they do. Everything's terrible because Trump was involved.
Right. And you would never see the left getting to this point with Putin ever and getting this close to peace. If anything, they're cheering on war. This is what they do now. It's weird. It's so weird how the liberals are the warmongers and we're not.
Right? It's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah,
it's
it is.
absolutely crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So it was interesting because, there was pomp and circumstance essentially when Putin arrived in Alaska, and the news folks were carefully analyzing like every moment of their greeting, of their handshake, of the walk, of everything. Here's a little taste of that.
Let's begin with the clap. The clap by President Trump as Putin is
my God.
approaching him. What do you make of the clap?
What do you make
Michael,
of it?
this is a moment. Remember, when Trump gets to that carpet there, he's waiting. He's in the authority position. By using that clap, he's taking some of the authority out of the moment, going from host into receiver. He offers a rapport and an opportunity to lighten the moment through that clap. It's followed by a smile as he puts his hand out in this very open palm gesture. It's an interesting move that he does in order to clap. In that so the clap just takes some of the intensity out of the moment.
This is for real. This is like a real conversation that they had on CNN.
Walter Cronkite is spinning in his grave. It's just like, these people are idiots.
Right? It's just so ridiculous.
It is so stupid. There's so many words I want to say that I can't say because they're inappropriate. But it's kind of morning that I'm having. But I just, honestly, these people are all the words. All of them that I can't say.
So many of the words. These
all the
people
words.
are on drugs, and not even the good kind that you can get from allfamilypharmacy.com/chicks.
Sean Jeffrey said they're sniffing their own farts. I think that that's accurate. I think it totally is. But we have to talk about All Family Pharmacy. You don't do that. You don't sniff your own farts there. You buy really great medications that you can get. Listen, a lot of people are telling you, no, you can't get this. You can't get ivermectin. You can't get, what is it? Mebendazole. Is that how you say it? You can't
I'm bad
get,
at saying drug names.
I know. I worked in pharma. You can't get NAD. You can't get like that blue stuff that RFK wants you to get.
Methylene blue.
Methylene blue, like all of that kind of, all that stuff they have. You guys can get that. So it's a licensed doctor will approve your prescription. He will do that. You can order online in minutes. It's all transparent pricing. There's no surprise bills. It's a fantastic place to get. Like if you just want a kit, they have all these great kits that you can have. So you have everything on hand. A lot of these drugs, they will have a shelf life of up to 5 to 10 years. You can just have them in your pantry or in your medicine cabinet. So if somebody's like, I have a sinus infection, I want to go sit in a doctor or sit in one of those doc in a box places where all these other sick people are, which is me on occasion. And I know I'm 53 years old. I know when I have a sinus infection, I've been through this, but it's like not my first rodeo. And I don't want to sit around a bunch of sick people. Then I have it on hand. I can take it and knock it out. And it's fantastic to have that stuff on hand, as well as a lot of other medications. So put your medical freedom back in your own hands. Go to allfamilypharmacy.com/chicks. Use code CHICKS10. Order today. It's your health, your choice. No more waiting. No more no's. That's allfamilypharmacy.com/chicks. Code CHICKS10.
Get 10% off.
Do it.
All right. So back to the Trump and Putin meeting. Trump orchestrated the greatest flyover of all time and space. And this guy on TikTok is here to tell you all about it.
Flying those B-2 stealth bombers over Putin's head that may have been the strongest flex of all time. There's flexing on people with Lamborghinis, houses, women, watches, money, you name it. But you fly a B-2 stealth bomber over the head of Putin, and he goes like, you may hate Donald. A lot of people do. But he's a showman, and this is what showmen do. A B-2 stealth bomber over your enemy's head.
I love it.
He said, you want to talk peace, huh? Look at Putin's head. He's still looking up. Trump's like, yeah, come on, let's go up. Let's go up. And Putin's like, you got me there, bro. Look at bro's head. Trump's not even paying attention. He knew it too. That's the strongest flex in the history of the world.
It was a really big flex. It was a really big flex. It was
huge.
Yeah.
And you know how much I love the B2. It's like my favorite thing
totally
ever.
And if you didn't enjoy that, you're not an American. Seriously.
Right?
You're not one of us. You know what I mean? Like, it's like we all got together collectively. If you love America, and we were like, yeah, that was good. That was great. What he did there was really great. We all enjoyed that, unless you hate America.
I mean, how do you not enjoy that? It was just the greatest thing. It's like, hey, you know what we have? We have this. You don't have that. But we do, and here it is, right over your head.
The people that hated it have severe TDS.
Oh my gosh, the most severe, for sure. Along with their meeting, Trump also gave to Putin a letter from Melania, and I'm hoping that you can read her letter.
God, here we go. Okay.
Is it too small?
Oh my God. Are you kidding me? Oh my God.
I mean, if you can't, I will put my glasses on and try.
I'll do my best. You may need to help me. You guys want to help me with this? Jeez,
okay, hang on. I'm going to get my glasses too. I can read it with glasses.
Here we go. Dear President Putin, every child shares the same quiet dreams in their heart, whether born randomly into a nation's rustic countryside or a magnificent city center. Jeez, they dream of love, possibility, and safety from danger. As parents, it is our duty to nurture the next generation's hope. As leaders, the responsibility to sustain our children extends beyond the comfort of a few. Undeniably, we must strive to paint a dignity-filled world for all so that every soul may wake to peace and so that the future itself is perfectly guarded. A simple yet profound concept, Mr. Putin, as I am sure you agree, is that each generation's descendants begin their lives with a purity and innocence which stands above geography, government, and ideology. This is so nice.
Isn't it?
Yeah. In today's world, some children are forced to carry a quiet laughter untouched by the darkness around them, a silent defiance against the forces that can potentially claim their future. Mr. Putin, you can single-handedly restore their melodic laughter. In protecting the innocence of these children, you will do more than serve Russia alone. You serve humanity itself. Such a bold idea transcends all human division, and you, Mr. Putin, are fit to implement this vision with the stroke of the pen today. It is time. Sincerely, Melania.
Isn't that a lovely letter?
What an absolutely lovely letter that was. It
Right?
was. I mean, it was, that's epic.
She's
really,
just
really love that.
all elegance and class and just awesomeness.
She's appealing to him as a mother, you know, as a mama and a woman and a human.
Yes.
I mean, it'll be interesting to see. I mean, like, I wonder what he thought when he read that. If he was just like, yeah, I'm a dictator.
Right. Well, I mean, he is an evil dictatorial brute. So probably he didn't, it didn't faze him as much as it should have.
Or maybe he was like, she's hot. You know?
But let me tell you, that guy that is part of the Kennedy clan, that Schlossberg a-hole.
Yeah.
So he decided to mock Melania for writing this letter. And to do so, he read her letter. And I'm not going to play the whole thing because it's way too long and you'll get the gist of what he does. But to mock her, he decided to put on a short blonde wig, which she neither has short hair nor is it blonde.
Okay.
So why this was a thing, I have no idea. But here is how he decided to make fun of Melania.
Dear President Putin, every child shares the same quiet dreams in their heart. In protecting the innocence of these children, you will do more than serve Russia alone. You serve humanity itself. Such a bold idea transcends all human division, and you, Mr. Putin, are fit to implement this vision with a stroke of a pen today. It is time. What am I saying?
Okay.
This makes no sense. Please be more specific, Miss Melania Trump.
So it's like a Hillary wig. He's wearing a Hillary wig. And what a Nepo baby. That's the guy. He's just isn't he like classic Nepo baby? What does he do for a living?
Nothing. Well, except that Chuck Schumer just tapped him to help plan the 250th, U.S. celebration, because he's worried that Trump is going to make it too much about himself. So he's enlisted that guy to make sure that doesn't happen.
Because he's a Kennedy. He's Caroline Kennedy's son, right? Isn't that who that kid is?
Yeah, I think that's right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, it's seriously, Gracie said he's 40. Yeah, he is an asshole. He is.
Oh, he's just
But
awful.
I mean, he's done nothing. This is the thing. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to. This is why I like RFK though, because he's gone out and he's done things. His family actually hates him. I think
hates him for it. That's right.
Yeah, they hate him because he's bucked the trend of being just a nepo baby. They hate that. It's like you've gone against the grain, so we hate you for it. Stay in line, Bobby. And he's not doing that. And so they hate him for it. I say yay, RFK Jr.
Yeah. So Jack, I guess is his name, just complete loser. And that's how you can tell from what we just showed you.
God.
But back to the meeting. So one of the things that has got people chatting is that when you saw that moment on the red carpet during the flyover, and when Putin and Trump greeted each other, there was clearly English being spoken. So you've seen Putin in a million interviews where he always has a translator. He is perfectly capable of speaking and understanding English. And so some folks are kind of making that like it's a big deal, like the fact that he didn't require or didn't demand that a translator accompany him, and he just decided to pretend that he doesn't know English. He spoke English to Donald Trump, and he even spoke English at their joint press conference, which was also kind of a big deal for someone who usually demands a translator. Now, is it great English? No, but it was English nonetheless. Here's a little moment that they shared during the presser.
And probably see you again very soon. Thank you very much, Vladimir.
Next time in Moscow.
Oh, that's an interesting one. I don't know. I'll get a little heat on that one, but I could see it possibly happening. Thank you very much, Vladimir. And thank you all. Thank you.
So, I mean, depending on how you feel about that, you could consider that a big deal or not. I don't know what to make of it personally, but I kind of think it's a big deal.
It's a big deal. What do you think is a big deal? I'm sorry, like the language part of it, or that he's inviting him to Moscow?
Well, I mean, I think that was probably
like just
that probably went
playing
without saying. They were,
right.
They were doing their niceties and being polite.
Right.
But I do think it's kind of a big deal that he was speaking English. So without, obviously when they greeted each other, they were having an actual conversation. You know what I mean?
Right.
So
I think he's gonna have a translator there just in case. I don't think everything is a big deal. Yeah, I think this whole thing was a big deal. The fact that Putin and him I think the last time that they spoke, when was the last time that they spoke? It was like 2016, 2017, something like that. It was was it around that time? A while. Yeah, it was around that time. And it was all, I guess overshadowed by Obama and Hillary and all this other crap that they were pushing on Trump. So,
well, they've talked on the phone though during this term,
yes.
right?
I think so. But they've not met in person since that time. It's been a long time since they've met. So this was a big, as Joe Biden would say, effing deal.
Yeah, it was a big deal.
It really was.
Depending on who you listen to, you either thought it was, there was progress made, or you're a liberal who was just looking to hate it for every possible reason. But one of the things that was a big deal is that, and Batyas Ungar Sargon pointed this out on Twitter, one of the things that Putin said, and it was a direct quote, he said, "I agree with President Trump as he has said today that naturally the security of Ukraine should be ensured as well. Naturally, we are prepared to work on that." And she said, "Never thought I would hear Putin utter these words. Donald Trump is simply tremendous."
I mean, he is.
There's nobody else that could do this. Did Biden do this? No, the war freaking started while Biden was president.
And do you think Kamala would be equipped to do this? That is
She'd be like, Ukraine is a small country next to a bigger country.
Imagine her and Tim Walz doing any of this. There's no effing way, you guys. This is the thing. There's just no way. He is a master at this. He knows exactly how to negotiate things. He knows how to do this. And you know what? It's like, I know we're going to play some Marco Rubio clips, but he's trying. If he doesn't get it done, he doesn't get it done. I mean, the war, it's a war. It sucks.
Right.
He wants to stop it. But part of his deal is that he wants to try to stop the war. Everybody in the country should be like, that is a good thing. Yeah. The fact that liberals are like, I mean, he needs to do it this way, or they're such backseat drivers. There's no way that people on their side would ever get this far.
No, because their side, and while Biden was in office, is when the war began.
Exactly.
So they don't have much room to really criticize at this point. You know what I mean?
They do though, but they do.
Oh, they do. It definitely doesn't stop them from criticizing. And yeah, imagining, oh my God, imagining a Harris Walls. First of all, Kamala would be too drunk on margaritas that she probably made with a slushy maker. It would just be a disaster.
Right. It wouldn't happen. So you guys, first of all, I started off the summer with the Pebble Ice Maker, because that is, if you haven't checked out their Pebble Ice Maker at Chefman, it's bomb. It's basically Sonic Ice. And if you know, you know, it's the crunchy, yummy, and it just absorbs everything Pebble Ice. And now they have a slushy machine that is also completely, everything that they have is fantastic. They have a lot of stuff on their site that you just need to check out. But you can go to chefman.com/chicks, use promo code chicks. You can get up to 30% off of the chicks. Is it chicks 30? I have code chicks. Why do I have code chicks? You have chicks 30? Okay. All right. I'm going to trust Muck on that. Chicks 30. Okay. Because it's up to 30% off on the slushy machine, which you can put like any liquid in there. If you are wanting to do adult beverages, you can do adult beverages. I mean, it's kind of, when you have kids, it's kind of fun to just do like Dr. Pepper or something like that and do Dr. Pepper slushies.
Or root beer.
Right. Exactly. Sodas, juices, anything you can put in there. Like, kids love it. Adults love it. It's awesome, especially if you live in Texas and it's like 100 degrees all the time here. The slushy machine is awesome. It makes like frappy or frappies, if you know what I mean. Like, you can do frozen coffees and stuff like that. You can do daiquiris and mojitos and all that kind of stuff. So it's fantastic. They have the flash sale going on right now. And Mock has informed me that it's promo code chicks30, which I screwed that up. So definitely check it out. It's chefman.com/chicks, promo code chicks30 to get one of those. And check out the Pebble Ice machine too. Because they're great. They're so great.
Faux show.
So great, you guys.
All right. We do have a tweet from Trump after the summit, if you want to call it that, his meeting with Putin. And so here is what Trump said. If you want to read this, it's bigger.
I can do it. A great and very successful day in Alaska. The meeting with President Vladimir Putin of Russia went very well, as did a late night phone call with President Zelensky of Ukraine and various European leaders, including the highly respected Secretary General of NATO. It was determined by all that the best way to end the horrific war between Russia and Ukraine is to go directly to a peace agreement, which would end the war, and not a mere ceasefire agreement, which oftentimes do not hold up. President Zelensky will be coming to D.C., the Oval Office, on Monday afternoon. If all works out, we will then schedule a meeting with President Putin. Potentially millions of people's lives will be saved. Thank you for your attention to this matter. And that's what he's trying to do.
That's all he's trying to do.
He's trying to end the killing. How can you diss that?
I don't know. Why? Of all the people in the world that can try, he can try. So everybody should be rooting for him.
Right.
If you're not rooting for him, what is wrong with you?
Well, you're the same person that's like, I want crime in my city.
Exactly. That's exactly right. And there's obviously people that are going to poo-poo this no matter what. One of those people is this a-hole, John Bolton. Here's what he said about the meeting.
Putin achieved most of what he wanted. Trump achieved very little. And I will say one other thing.
My God,
I thought Trump looked very tired up there.
Oh my God.
Not disappointed, tired. And we'll have to reflect on what that means.
We'll have to reflect on what that means.
Yeah, let's all reflect. Bolton.
If he were tired, I would give him all the passes for being tired. The guy works 21 hours a day. Okay, he can be a little tired. By the way, I didn't think he looked tired, but that's.
I don't think he looked tired at all. That guy is such a jerk.
Oh
I
my
think
God.
He looked really tired. It's like that's your feedback. That's his commentary. I think you look kind of bloated. What do you think?
We'll have to analyze that. We'll have to think that
Let's
through.
analyze it. Let's analyze his bloat. What a complete jerk.
And Gavin Newsom, who is, of course, in the midst of doing all of his tweets in Trump style, like all caps and thank you for your attention to this matter, because he thinks it's like this really sick burn to do that. He also tweeted about this in that style, and you can read this too.
Should I read it in screaming voice? Screaming
However
like
you want
greasy
to.
man voice. Trump just fled the podium with Putin. No questions, nothing. Total low energy. The man looked like he just eaten 3 buckets of KFC with Vlad. Is he afraid the press will ask about me, America's favorite governor, and the fact that I stole the cameras this week with the maps? Many people are saying he begged Putin to hold his hands tiny on the way out. Admit it, Donnie J. You're terrified because this was the worst week of your life because of me, Gavin C. Newsom. The maps will end your presidency. Retake Congress for the people and expose your rigged little game. My perfect maps are more beautiful than anything in Trump Tower, which may say smells weird. At Stephen Chung 47, explain this disaster. Enjoy your flight home, Donald. You're Putin's problem now. I'm America's solution. GCN.
It's just getting so tired.
He looks like a toddler, and that's mean to toddlers. You know what I mean?
Well,
He looks ridiculous now, and it makes him look like he is insecure and scared with doing this stuff, which, I mean, we all knew that before he started doing it, but maybe pay attention to like your state, because you used to be in a surplus. Now you're in debt. Have you rebuilt anything in the Palisades? Has there been one house rebuilt? Not one?
I think there's been like, what, 1 or 2 permits given?
Oh, well, that's great.
So,
I mean, maybe pay attention to your own state, you loser.
Yeah, we'll have
God.
more from Gavin because, of course, he held his big presser. It wasn't that big, actually, but we'll talk about that in a bit. But this is what his response was to the Trump-Putin meeting. And then, of course, as you would expect, the folks on MSNBC were just salivating over the opportunity to say that they were better prepared for the meeting than Trump was. Here's them trying to say that, which I don't even know, you guys. Here it is.
Completely transparent with our viewers. We were prepared for the possibility of a minimalist outcome. We were also prepared for the possibility of a maximalist outcome. We have maps of Russia and Ukraine such that if we were going to be talking tonight, we'd have Ali Velshi at the big board walking us through which territories were where and why they were of critical need and want to both. We had full screens about what membership to NATO means to Ukraine. There was so much that could have been discussed tonight, including Donald Trump saying if he is not willing, he being Putin, willing to agree to a ceasefire, then there are going to be consequences. We had lists of tariffs and secondary tariffs pulled up, the possibility of sanctions. It is not clear that any of that was discussed. And it is possible we were more prepared for this meeting than he was.
God.
Oh, you probably take that to the bank.
Yeah,
you probably take that to the bank.
You probably take it to the bank. I'm so glad that they included the guy who slept with the Chinese spy on their panel and that farted on live television.
He also had thoughts about how the meeting went.
In his T-shirt? Did he have thoughts in his disgusting T-shirt that looks like he's been wearing for 2 days? I'm so glad he decided to show up in that disgusting T-shirt. Wow.
Yes, here is some wisdom, some pearls of genius from none other than Eric Swalwell.
Well, if you're Europe, you're quite worried now because you just saw the president of the United States achieve 0. And they will have to ask themselves, what more are they willing to do, knowing that they too could be thrown under the bus if Russia ever moved farther west.
He looked like he was holding it in. He was like, I really do have flatulence. I got to hold it in. I just ate a couple hours ago. It's coming out. It's disgusting. He's so disgusting in every way. Like, it looks like there's dirt on his face and it's just stop trying to grow a beard, dude. It's not working for you. It's not working. He looks like a 14-year-old kid trying to grow a beard. Stop it.
It's just, he's so detestable in every way.
It's vile. He's vile.
Yeah, he's bad. Now, this story, of course, is going to continue to have a lot of legs this week. And today, especially, because today what's happening is that Zelensky is going to be joined at his White House meeting with Trump by other world leaders, including Giorgia Meloni, Macron, as Trump mentioned, the NATO secretary, German chancellor, European Commission president, Finland president. There's going to be a whole lot of people in the room, and it could be very, very interesting. We, of course, all remember what the last meeting in the White House with Zelensky looked like, and it wasn't great. It didn't go well for him.
It didn't go well. It didn't.
So we will see. Trump also tweeted about this meeting, and here is what he said. You can read this one.
President Zelensky of Ukraine can end the war with Russia almost immediately if he wants to, or he can continue to fight. Remember how it started. No getting back Obama given Crimea 12 years ago without a shot being fired, and no going into NATO by Ukraine. Some things never change.
So there's Trump setting expectations.
He needs to show, and he needs to show up in a suit.
Doubtful. Although maybe he will, because since there's going to be more than just Trump there, it's going to be all these other leaders. Who knows? Maybe he'll step up the game. However, he is already drawing his lines in the sand and spoke out ahead of today's meeting. And I don't know what time that's happening, but this is what Zelensky said in front of the press about what he's willing to do and not do. Oh, I forgot that there's like a big tweet. You want to read this first, and then we have a video.
This is Zelensky, right?
Yes.
We had a long and substantive conversation with POTUS. We started with one-on-one talks before inviting European leaders to join us. This call lasted for more than an hour and a half, including about an hour of our bilateral conversation with President Trump. Ukraine reaffirms its readiness to work with maximum effort to achieve peace. President Trump informed about his meeting with the Russian leader and the main points of their discussion. It is important that America's strength has an impact on the development of the situation. We support President Trump's proposal for a trilateral meeting between Ukraine, the USA, and Russia. Ukraine emphasizes that key issues can be discussed at the level of leaders, and a trilateral format is suitable for this. On Monday, I will meet with President Trump in Washington, D.C. to discuss all the details regarding ending the killing and the war. I am grateful for the invitation. It is important that Europeans are involved at every stage to ensure reliable security guarantees together with America. We also discussed positive signals from the American side regarding participation and guaranteeing Ukraine's security. We continue to coordinate our positions with all partners. I thank everyone who is helping.
And then here is what he said at the podium.
Russia is still unsuccessful in Donetsk region. Putin has been unable to take it for 12 years. And the constitution of Ukraine makes it impossible to give up territory or trade land. Since the territorial issue is so important, it should be discussed only by the leaders of Ukraine and Russia at the trilateral Ukraine, United States, Russia. So far, Russia gives no sign that trilateral will happen, and if Russia refuses, then new sanctions must follow.
So I don't know how this is going to work out.
You don't think the trilateral will happen?
Gosh. I hope it does. That's like, if it does, it's going to happen on Friday.
Okay.
That's at least when the plan is for it to happen. But the fact that Zelensky was out there saying, we're just not giving up any territory, there's going to have to be some concessions on both sides. That's how you negotiate an end to a conflict like this. And so if he's already saying we're not giving up anything, I don't know how this is going to go. Today's meeting will be very interesting.
I have such disdain for him.
Same.
I just don't like him. I don't like him. I think they're both dictators. I hate them both. I just hate it. I hate all of them.
I think that's totally a reasonable thing to. And I think that's totally reasonable.
And I hate the fact that he's not talking about how he should be paying us back.
Exactly.
It's like, you owe us money, dude. Are you going to talk about that? I mean, maybe that's what you should be giving up, is a little bit of money that you owe the American people. I don't like him.
Well, and Marco Rubio, who you mentioned earlier, he was such an absolute star on all of the talk shows yesterday, like every single one. He just manhandled all of them. He will not fall into their traps. Margaret Brennan, who's one of the worst, she tried to make the case that the reason these other foreign leaders are coming to join President Trump in their meeting with Zelensky is to bully, is for bullying purposes. And Marco was like, would you just shut up? Essentially, those are my words. But here's how he handled Margaret Brennan.
From the Europeans that President Zelensky is going to be bullied into signing something away. That's why you have these European leaders coming as backup tomorrow. Can you?
No, it isn't. That's not why they're coming as back. That's not true. No, but that's not that's not true. They're not coming here tomorrow to keep Zelensky from being bullied. They're
Well,
not
that
coming.
February Oval Office
they're coming
meeting
here tomorrow
in front of television cameras where President Zelensky.
Do you know how many meetings we've had
down.
since then?
Oh no, I know, and I was just up in
Yeah, but we've had
Alaska
a bunch of
watching the
meetings
one
since
with
then.
Vladimir Putin where a red carpet rolled
No,
out.
but
for the
with
Russian leader. It was
Zelensky, we've
very
had more
different.
meetings. We've had one meeting with Putin and like a dozen meetings with Zelensky. So, but that's not true. They're not coming here tomorrow to keep Zelensky from being bullied. They're coming here tomorrow because we've been working with the Europeans. We talked to them last week. There were meetings in the UK over the previous weekend.
And they said President Trump was going to demand a ceasefire
as early as Thursday. No. But you said that they're coming here tomorrow to keep Zelensky from being bullied. They're not coming here tomorrow. Oh, this is such a stupid media narrative that they're coming here tomorrow because Trump is going to bully Zelensky into a bad deal. We've been working with these people for weeks on this stuff. They're coming here tomorrow because they chose to come here tomorrow. We invited them to come. We invited them to come. The president invited them to come.
She is so awful. My God.
I don't know how she continues to be so wrong on her own show. I feel like that's just kind of counterproductive, don't you think?
Yes. She's
just
awful at her job.
Yeah, she's so wrong. Like, you think that the network would be like, this is probably not good. That she sucks so bad at what she does and she's always wrong. It's like, that's not good on your own show.
And she's always so puffed up and like,
yeah,
she's convinced that she's got the upper hand, and she
doesn't.
always gets smacked down, whether it's Vance or Besant or Rubio. They always smack her down. You would think that she would be beaten into submission at this point.
It's not even, they don't even have to smack her. They just like flick her. You know what I mean? They just like, they flick her. She's so flickable. She's like a gnat.
She's very flickable.
She's just like a puffed up gnat. So flickable.
Well, and so too was Martha Raddatz. She tried to come after Rubio about the red carpet. Like, there's a bunch of people complaining that there was a red carpet, that gave too much power to Putin to have a red carpet, not realizing, of course, that Trump has a red carpet basically come out wherever it is that he walks or lands or whatever. So the red carpet was every bit as much for Trump as it may have been for Putin. Regardless, it means nothing, but here she is trying to make it a big effing deal.
President Trump will say the pomp and circumstance, the red carpet, the warm handshake, that President Trump simply lost that Putin gained there just by being on the world stage and walking down a red carpet with the president. Your reaction to that?
Well, I mean, critics of President Trump are always going to find something to criticize. You don't even pay attention to it anymore. But I will tell you this. Putin is already on the world stage. He's already on the world stage. The guy's conducting a full-scale war in Ukraine. He's already on the world stage. He has the world's largest tactical nuclear arsenal in the world and the second largest strategic nuclear arsenal in the world. He's already on the world stage. When I hear people say that, oh, it elevates him. Well, all we do is talk about Putin all the time. All the media's done is talk about Putin all the time for the last 4 or 5 years. That doesn't mean he's right about the war. That doesn't mean he's justified about the war. Put all that aside. It means you're not going to have a peace agreement between Russia and Ukraine. You're not going to end a war between Russia and Ukraine without dealing with Putin.
I can't believe this is a thing that they're trying to make into a thing.
Yeah, it's like it. How much did you, Martha? Is it Martha? Talk about Russia for that? Remember when it was all Russia, Russia, Russia? You're the one who elevated him, biatch.
That's right.
I mean, you're part of the problem. You and all your friends. So he's so right. He's just like, God, you're so stupid. Why do I have to talk to stupid people? Why?
He did it all day long.
Oh my God, you know, he was like, I need bourbon after he was done at the end of the day yesterday. Seriously. God bless him.
Oh my God. I know, right?
And how does he do it?
And it's incredible because I think that they think he's going to immediately be on the defensive, but he's so much smarter than they are.
Yeah.
So he ends up turning things back on them, making them look so stupid every single time. For example, continuing that conversation with Martha, she was like demanding to know essentially some of the more private aspects of the negotiations. And he's like, bitch, please, my words.
Right. I wish God would be great if he said that.
I know.
I don't care, Margaret. Bitch, please. It would be the greatest.
So here he is responding to that ridiculous question.
Do you name any concessions that Vladimir Putin made during this meeting? Have any
I wouldn't name him on your
concessions?
program.
Have any concessions
I wouldn't name
been
him
asked?
on your program. Why would I do that?
Where is the
Well, of
pressure?
course, because you can't have a peace agreement. No, you can't have a peace agreement unless both sides give and get. You can't have a peace agreement unless both sides make concessions. That's a fact. That's true in virtually any negotiation. If not, it's just called surrender. And neither side is going to surrender. So both sides are going to have to make concessions. So, of course, concessions were asked. But what utility would there be of me going on a program and tell you we've wagged our finger at Putin and told him you must do this and you must do that? It's only going to make it harder and less likely that they're going to agree to these things. So these negotiations, as much as everyone would love it to be a live pay-per-view event, these discussions only work best when they are conducted privately.
That's right. How is this difficult?
And he also told, the I don't care, Margaret lady, he also told her that, it may work, it may not. They're doing the best they can. And if it doesn't, he did the best he could. At least, basically, at least we're trying to do this because we believe in peace. We're trying to make peace. These two guys are pretty much lunatics. Obviously my words, not his, but they're both kind of sketch. They're going to, and I think they're kind of not enjoying the war, but they're definitely in this. Both of them are in it to win it. So Trump is doing the best he can to navigate through this. And he is the guy to do it. He's the only guy. He's the only one that can do this. And if he can't do it, it may not be able to get done, and if it doesn't get done, it doesn't get done. At least he tried. And that he, in essence, said that in so many words. But you know what? If he doesn't get it done, there are going to be people like Hillary Clinton who are like, neener, he didn't get it done. Bitch, you couldn't get it done. Right. So, I mean, this is the thing. Liberals they're going to chastise him no matter what. But God bless him for trying.
Yeah, absolutely. And Kristen Welker, again, he made the rounds yesterday. So Marco was also on with Kristen Welker, who attempted to get him in this big gotcha moment by playing a clip of Marco talking about Putin back in 2022 and saying, truthfully, that Putin is a big fat liar. So she's like, ooh, I'm going to get him now. And of course, he manhandles her as well. Here is that moment.
I want to play something you said about President Putin. This was right after the invasion in March of 2022. Take a look.
This guy lies, habitually lies. He's never kept a deal they've ever signed, and he lies all the time.
God.
And I don't know why, but he plays us like a violin in the West, because the West wants to believe that you can cut a deal with everybody. You can't cut a deal with guys like this. He's a professional, experienced liar.
Mr. Secretary, given that, what makes you think that if you are able to reach a deal with President Putin, that he would stick to it, based on, as you just said, he's a liar?
Well, that's the point. That's why the deal has to have enforceable mechanisms in it. That's why the deal has to have things like security guarantees. That's the point I was making a few minutes ago when you were asking me about looking someone in the eye. What's important here is actions, not words, not paper, document. Those are all important. Those are elements of a deal, but they have to be enforceable. They have to be verifiable.
I just love that he was like, and?
I swear, what I mean? He's the only adult in the room here.
Right?
He's just only adults can see that.
Yeah. I mean, that was so perfect. Perfect.
I cannot believe he had to do this all day yesterday.
All day.
Wow. He is, that's remarkable.
Yeah. It was amazing. And it was brilliant. In every single interview, there was not a single he just handles them in the best possible way. It's just awesome. Absolutely awesome. So again, the latest update is that President Trump wants to host both. He does want to have this trilateral meeting with both Putin and Zelensky together as soon as Friday. We will see if that happens. I don't know. In the meantime, Sean Spicer had a message for all the naysayers. He says, it's really rich watching Biden folks on the Sunday shows offering analysis of what Trump should be doing regarding Russia when it was on their watch that it happened without any pushback. Maybe sit this one out.
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely. I know. I see liberals all over like my Facebook feeds and social feeds and stuff like that talking about how he's handling this wrong. It's like, or how, he better get a peace deal. Are you out of your mind? Oh my God.
Unbelievable.
Children.
Unbelievable.
Absolute children.
And then last night at around 8 o'clock, Trump had this to say, if you want to read this tweet also.
The fake news has been saying for 3 days that I suffered a major defeat by allowing President Vladimir Putin of Russia to have a major summit in the United States. Actually, he would have loved doing the meeting anywhere else but the United States, and the fake news knows this. It was a major point of contention. If we had the summit elsewhere, the Democrat-run and controlled media would have said, what a terrible thing that was. These people are sick. They even want crime in D.C. and other blue cities throughout our country. But don't worry, I won't let that happen. Just like our now secure southern border, 0 illegals in the last 3 months, our cities will be secure and safe, and D.C. will lead the way. He's so right, 100%
So
correct.
Yep.
Yeah, they just if something is up, they're going to say it's down. The sky isn't blue. This is the
They
last.
just won't let him have a single solitary win. Not a single one. It's ridiculous. Okay, back to, remember we played that at the beginning of the show, we played that clip of Jessica Tarlov and Hillary Clinton. There's another clip of that that's going viral, and it's because they've both convinced themselves that Trump genuinely, really, truly is going to run for a 3rd term. These people do not understand when they're being trolled at all. So they are convinced, and here they are to talk about that.
One that went through the process and lost the election. Do you think that we are right to be concerned about nominating a woman again?
I think we have to nominate whoever that person is that we think has the best likelihood of winning. I personally believe Trump is going to try to stay in office. He has no constitutional right, no legal basis to run again. Do I believe that he's got his team to try to figure out how he can? Well, declaring an insurrection is certainly a tried and true tactic of authoritarians. So I don't think we're out of the woods on being able to hold free and fair elections in 2026, despite their efforts to literally change the playing field with these last-minute gerrymandering decisions. And I sure don't think we're out of danger that Trump will try to seize power even more than he already has in order to justify a run in 2028. If not, then we'll run against whoever he picks, because he will have that kind of continuing power over the Republican Party.
That is rich coming from the Democrats, who never allow any of their people to pick anybody.
I know. The people didn't pick anybody. They literally tap people. The gaslighting is off the charts. The projection and gaslighting. This is all they do.
It's unreal.
Right? It's nuts. And that's what she's trying to do. She's trying to craft the narrative early. And she's trying to be like, okay, so he's going to run for a 3rd term, which he's not going to do. But they sure do like to they love to pretend that they are. They're so trolling, and I love it. I love the trolling. But he's not going to do that. And he's not going to tap anybody. Whoever the person is going to come to the top like we always do. Because on our side, we actually elect people on our side.
Yeah, we choose our people.
We choose. Mm-hmm.
Now, will he endorse somebody like J.D. Vance, for example? Maybe. I mean, I don't know. It's still going to be up to the people in the primary vote. That's how it works.
Which is how we got Trump to begin with.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, another person that is absolutely convinced that Trump is not trolling, that this is for real, he is running in 2028, is Gavin Newsom. And here is why.
Up, America. Wake up. You will not have a country if he rigs this election. You will have a president who will be running for a 3rd term. Mark my word. I wasn't exaggerating when I said that I received in the mail a Trump 2028 hat from one of his biggest supporters. These guys are not screwing around.
That's so great. He's so red. Do you see how red he was? He was like so mad and red. They sent that to you on purpose, Gav.
Oh my God. You would think that the guy copying Trump-style tweets at this point as a troll would understand trolls. You know what I mean?
No,
but he doesn't. He doesn't.
No, he's not writing those tweets. He's got a whole team of people that's doing that. He has no original thoughts.
And that's the problem. He needs to assume Trump's personality because he's got none of his own.
He's never had an authentic thought. Bless him.
So you remember when Trump was hosting the president of Azerbaijan in the White House, and they took him to the gift shop, and he was showing him the Trump 2028 hats.
Azerbaijan. Yes.
Yes. So somebody made this video. They edited it so it looks like this now.
I wasn't exaggerating when I said that I received in the mail a Trump 2028 hat.
Oh my God. He is so angry.
so
Isn't
perfect.
He so mad.
But man, he is ramping up this presidential run. You guys
Yeah, he
posting pictures that look like this. The press office was like, have a great weekend, Patriots. And then yet another of the ridiculous all cap tweets. It was this, if you want to read this.
Not even JD Just Dance Vance. What? Can save Trump from the disastrous maps war he has started. Not even his eyeliner lines look as pretty as California map lines. That is so stupid. He will fail as he always does. Sad. And I, the peacetime governor, our nation's favorite, will save America once again. Ron DeSantis is like, hello. Many are now calling me Gavin Christopher Columbus Newsom because of the maps. Thank you for your attention to this matter, GCN. I thought the Democrats hated Columbus.
Oh my God.
Seriously, I'm asking a question. I thought they hated Columbus.
Yeah, they do. Because that's why they changed the name to Indigenous Peoples Day.
Right. So maybe you shouldn't say that. Gavin. He is so. I also thought he wasn't going to run for president. Remember, people would ask him, they'd be like, "No, I'm not going. I have no interest in that." He's running for president.
He's running so
what
hard.
What a liar! God, the guy has destroyed California. He's as bad as Pete Buttigieg. Completely ill-equipped.
At his map redrawing meeting, like the town hall thing that he held, which was kind of just super lame. Anyway, but at that, he took questions from the press, and there was a reporter there asking, what is the deal with your press office putting out these Trump-style tweets? Like, what is that all about? And here is the excuse that Gavin gave for this tweet storm.
What's going on with those posts on X that are clearly trolling the president? Can you just talk about that? Is that like a strategy?
I don't know. I hope it's a wake-up call to the President of the United States. I'm sort of following his example. If you've got issues with what I'm putting out, you sure as hell should have concerns about what he's putting out as president. So to the extent it's gotten some attention, I'm pleased. But I think the deeper question is, how have we allowed the normalization of his tweets through social posts over the course of the last many years to go without similar scrutiny and notice?
Look at the gaggle.
They're authentic.
Right.
That's the difference, you idiot.
You're copying him. Did you see the gaggle of douchebags behind him? It's like Adam Schiff and some guy holding a defend democracy sign. Just shut up.
I know. It's absolutely ridiculous.
Losers.
Scott Jennings very well summarized the entire whatever that was that Gavin was hosting, his town hall or whatever. Here is how it could best be summarized.
Let me summarize Gavin Newsom's speech today. Gerrymandering is evil. Please vote for my gerrymandering. Of course, he failed to mention that it's already gerrymandered.
That's right.
Right. It's good for me, but not for thee. This is, I mean, literally, that should be their slogan, the Democrat slogan. That's why they're commies. It's everything is good for me, but not for thee. You know, I want to be rich. You can't be rich. I can be a millionaire. I hate other millionaires. I can be a billionaire. I hate other billionaires. You guys have to live in squalor. I'm going to live in like the lap of luxury. I can do all the bad things. You can't. What the hell?
And people are like, vote Democrat.
Right.
Yay.
Uh-huh.
I know. It doesn't make any sense.
None.
And Gavin may not have, I mean, he's going to have his work cut out for him because apparently, according to Eric Doherty, California voters oppose Newsom's plan to gerrymander the state for Democrats by a stunning 28 points, 64 to 36. Voters want the independent commission to draw the districts, not Newsom, not Democrat lawmakers. So I don't even know how his big, beautiful map plan, all this trolling is even going to work out for him.
I think that when Eric says he's failing, I mean, that's him in a nutshell, that he is a failure. He's just a total failure. He's a big phony.
And it was interesting. Bill Maher talked about Gavin on his show and mentioned him among other Democrats who will not come on his show. Because I guess Bill's been getting a lot of flack. Why don't you ever have Kamala on? Why don't you ever have so-and-so on? Why don't you have these people on? And he had an answer to everybody about that.
Interesting.
People ask me all the time, why haven't you ever had Hillary or Bill Clinton on? Why didn't you have Kamala on during the last campaign? You think we don't ask?
Interesting.
We ask these people every week. They say no. It took 8 years and a petition to get Obama on. And these are people, all people I voted for. Think about that. They're afraid to come on the show of a guy who voted for them. The Republicans, they show up. And when they do, they take their beating like a man.
Interesting, right? Isn't that interesting? Maybe you should rethink. Maybe you should rethink voting for him, Bill.
Yeah, you would think at some point he would figure out this is not going well for him.
You would think.
Yeah. I don't get it. Last show we had, which would have been Thursday, we talked about the fact that Melania, who always means business when it comes to anybody saying anything about her or her husband that is not true, she threatened Hunter Biden with $1 billion lawsuit if he did not retract the implications he made, saying that she met Donald Trump through Jeffrey Epstein. And it was on that weird dude's show. I don't even remember this guy's name. But that guy had Hunter back on to talk about this potential lawsuit and get Hunter's reaction. And here it is.
Presidential litigation has arrived. It's lawsuit time. In my hand is a legal demand letter addressed to Mr. Hunter Biden from the First Lady of the United States, demanding a retraction of Channel 5's video called Hunter Biden Returns, in which Mr. Biden here makes some speculative comments about the relationship between Jeffrey Epstein, Melania Trump, and Donald Trump.
Okay, well, they knew each other well. They spent an enormous time together. According to his biographer, is that Jeffrey Epstein introduced Melania. That's how Melania and the First Lady and the president met.
Really?
Yeah.
Epstein made the intro.
Yeah, according to Michael Wolff.
Yeah.
And so I only can go by what people are saying, and I don't know.
He didn't make these claims out of nowhere. They come from another journalist named Michael Wolff, who is a biographer that actually spoke to Jeffrey Epstein. But now here we are. And I've got $1 billion document in my hands because Mrs. Trump is seeking $1 billion in damages if we don't take the video down and if Hunter here doesn't issue a formal apology to Mrs. Trump. So now we're here maybe to give you the platform to apologize to the First Lady for your statements that you made about her possible connection to Jeffrey Epstein.
That's not going to happen.
Okay. I hope she sues him for $1 billion.
Same. I so hope she does that too.
I hope so too. Go to court. Do it.
We'll see. I mean, she's had a lot of successful outcomes when she sues for defamation. So we'll see.
Yep.
We will see.
Let's see if your family can protect you now, crackhead.
Meantime, here in my own home state, and the reason for my name today is that there is a Democrat running for governor, obviously against Nancy Mace and several other people who are in the primary with Nancy Mace, a guy by the name of William Mullins McLeod, and he looks like a real winner, you guys. He apparently was just arrested. He was drunk out of his mind, and he screamed all kinds of profanities, threatened even Nancy Mace and other politicians. He was charged with public disorderly conduct. He was super high. Even the Democrats have reached the up with which they can no longer put and are asking him to bow out of the race. I don't know if he's going to do that. But even Nancy Mace, of course, she was very excited to tweet about this. She said, here's graphic video. Violence against women has no place in this country, especially not in public office. We hope he gets the help he needs. And here's just a little taste of the psychosis that William was when the police arrested him.
Hey, Nancy, right now, because I only promised that I would not do this once I started this campaign. Because I can't do this once I start a campaign. You better tell the world right now that what you did in the wall of the Congress was the greatest sin ever committed in the history of this nation, where you went and blew Lee Atwater's dog whistle in President Donald Trump's house, and you thought the system was so corrupt, the president himself would not be able to take you out. You better hope you're not anywhere in Washington, D.C. or Manhattan, wherever President Donald Trump is, because I'm telling you, my friend, he will kick your teeth in. He don't give a what your gender is.
That guy needs to be handled. That guy needs to be handled. Is what he needs.
So that's the Democrat choice for governor of my state. It's going right here.
Why did he not have a shirt on?
I don't know. I think he might have even been naked.
Was he naked? Seriously,
I think he
was
might
he?
have been naked.
Wow. Running for governor. I mean, he got to the point where he's running for governor.
I don't know how you excuse that. Like, what does he say if he wants to stay in the race?
I know, right? Like, what do you do? How do you get up on a podium and be like, well, I mean, I just had a bad night, you guys. It was a bad night. It was
that Chefman slushy machine. That's what it was.
Just some bad vodka in a slushy machine. It was a bad night, you guys. Had a little bit. No,
he has to get out.
You have to leave. You have to leave, and you have to never enter politics ever again. And I mean, but this is the thing. He probably will, because like look at the Anthony Weiners and the Beto's and all those people who have committed all these crimes, and they're like, oh yeah, it's perfect Democrat candidate. It's perfect.
It's great.
He's perfect.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
My state is not doing. We're not okay, you guys. We're not okay right now. So I don't know what's going to happen.
Anybody out there want to run? Anybody? Anybody? Good Lord.
Meanwhile, this has nothing to do with anything, but Ella Emhoff, just like Hope Waltz, these chicks think that the world continues to need to hear from them. And so Ella wants to share her climate anxiety with all of us. Here she is.
Disgust at what's going on in the world around genocides, the loss of rights, the loss of health care, the just general fear that everyone has surrounding affordability, their lives, their livelihood, like everything. It's just, it feels so big. I think everything with the environment is really fucking getting to me. And it is I experience a lot of climate anxiety, like a lot of us do. It's not funny. It's just like, it's one of those things, it's not funny, but you just like nervous laugh about it because it's scary. It is. It's all of these things are happening, and like what besides the small things we can do in pushing for change and fighting and protesting, and it's really hard not to sit in those moments where it just feels so heavy.
Why does she talk like a frog?
I don't know, but sir, you need to get some help. Like I just climate anxiety. Listen, I guarantee you that this chick doesn't have a job. There's no job. She has no responsibility.
She is a model.
Cindy Crawford's
real.
Seriously. And
people hire her to model their things.
But that's the thing. I mean, she doesn't have like a job, like a normal person job. She probably lives with her parents, right? I mean, this is not a normal kid. This is another Nepo kid that doesn't have like a normal life like other kids, right? She doesn't have real responsibility. She just gets on the screen and talks about climate anxiety. What, you're worried about the weather? I mean, this is the thing. If you're worried about the weather, you're doing pretty good in life. If that's what you're worried about, if that's what you have anxiety about weather, things are going pretty good for you.
I think she does actually have her own like apartment in New York City, and it's supposed to be like, it's one of the other things that she makes videos about is her like super kitschy style.
Do you think she pays for that herself?
Well, I think she pays for it with her TikTok earnings. She's an influencer.
Okay, so she's an influencer. Okay, well, that's all right. But again, if that's what she's worried about, then she doesn't have any worries.
No, she doesn't. That's why she's got anxiety about the climate, about the weather.
About the weather. About
Good luck with that,
stapling
Ella.
money to the clouds.
Right.
Uh-huh.
We just need to rip on the BBC just for a quick minute, because the BBC at it once again. They posted a headline which read as follows: Gazan woman flown to Italy dies of malnutrition. And I guess you had to get to the really fine print to find out that this woman died from leukemia.
Oh my God.
But again, if they had all these people that were genuinely starving to present to the world, why do they continue to have to find people that have hugely debilitating underlying conditions? Ask yourself that question, because it's a valid question.
It's a valid question. Yeah.
Oh my God. It's just absolutely ridiculous. Also ridiculous, and I'm not going to show the video because it would be mean. You guys, I watched it though. I watched the whole thing in my car on the drive home from dropping Jackson off at school yesterday. James Comey made a 5.5 minute long video to talk about Taylor Swift.
No,
I'm
he
not
did
lying.
not.
I promise you he did.
Because
I swear to you that he did.
He's a fangirl.
He's been to 2 of her shows and his whole family loves her music and he knows every single one of her songs and she's just got this great vibe. Like, seriously, go watch it if you don't believe me. It is out there.
Dude is gay, right? He's gay.
He's so freaking tall and gay.
Right. I mean, our resident gay people out there, it's like, just weigh in. I want to know. What do you think?
I feel like he's pretty gay.
I mean, okay. Yeah, because
Yeah.
he's on his moss, he's like meditating and he's like singing karma to himself, right?
He talked about his favorite songs.
What was his favorite? Really?
I think, I don't know her songs well
Is it
enough.
Shake It Off?
No, it was Exile. Is that a song? Exile? Is that a song?
Probably.
I think it's a song.
It probably is. I only
I
know
think
a
that's
few
his
of them
favorite.
because I have a teenage daughter. I know a few of them because I hear them and I can, There's a couple that I'll lock into and I'm like, all right, I can deal with that one. But then other ones I'm like, oh God, I can't. So
It's like the FBI director, you guys. Like,
5-minute
just
video
can't.
that I know, right? What is even happening?
And I thought about grabbing some of it, and then I was like, no.
You can't.
I'm
You
just
can't
going to
do
let
it.
people who want to go watch it, now you know that it's there.
Really?
You can
Just
easily find it.
look at that facial expression that tells you everything you need to know. Everything. Just look at it. Mhm.
And then speaking of detestable people, Kamala Harris, I don't even know who she's with in this video. She's clearly drunk and she's at a luncheon or she's having a meal with someone and she's talking about the redistricting efforts of Texas and complaining about them, but she sounds so drunk and dumb, which is like her default, I know, but it was especially noticeable in this video. Check it out.
I think what they're doing is they're cheating. I think they're cheating. They want to change the current system to make it bend toward the outcome they want. And so, if you believe the public reporting, they get a call that says, hey, redo your lines, even though the fallout is going to include exactly what you said, which is, taking the franchise, the vote, away from specific communities. And in the case of Texas, Latino and Black voters.
Oh, okay. All right.
And diluting their votes. And this is not a census year. But this is a year with the big, beautiful bill and the unpopularity of it. And so they want to bend the rules. And I have to say that, those Texan legislators, good for them. Here's how I think about it. I think you're right in terms of the effect.
Wine, so much boxed wine.
Much wine.
It's all boxed, it is. So think of all the money they threw at her and then they
God.
lost.
And then you know how she does her whole like nodding when she thinks she's being so
profound.
intellectual.
Right. I'm so
she
smart,
does that
you guys.
face. Like, did you hear the words coming out of my mouth just now? They were amazing.
I'm explaining what cheating is. I'm explaining what it is. I'm going to tell you because you don't know what cheating means. I'm going to explain to you what it means because you're not intelligent enough to know what it. So I'm going to explain it to you. They're going to throw that much money at Gavin too. They threw so much money at her, like the Beyonce money. You know, what's the other chick? The Megan Thee Stallion money. They're gonna all the celebrity money they threw at her just set on fire. Everybody hated her. They did. And she's gonna seriously, I think that the same thing will happen with Gavin. I know that you think that he's like so charismatic, but
I can see it happening on socials already. There's all these girls going, Gavin is the only one that knows how to really get to Trump. And he's so doing this right. He's playing the game so well. No one else is performing like Gavin right now. Think what you want about him, but he is the guy. It's gross.
I think we need to have more faith in young people. I think there are a lot more young people out there who are like, this guy is full of crap. And, and liberals are full of crap. Yeah, I think there's a lot more of them now. We're starting to see a surge of young conservatives, and I have faith in them. I really, really do.
Oh my gosh, I hope so. I hope so. You guys, the Nathan Livingstone at Milk Bar TV just put together another amazing, like, sort of side by side of Candace being completely hypocritical once again. Remember last week we showed you an example of her hypocrisy on AI. This one is about paranoia, and it is delicious. Behold.
Claire, they are paranoid. I've seen this before. People that commit evil, people that do things that are immoral, they are always paranoid.
Like, you know, I don't want to get killed. like literally, because speaking about it, people are like, Candace, beef up your security. That's not fucking normal.
Very, very paranoid. It's why there's a pretty high bounty on my head. They usually perceive some massive plot that's happening. You pull the fabric there and it implicates so many countries, and you realize that none of these characters are real. And that's what's happening with the Elysee Palace. They're perceiving a massive plot that just is not so. These characters are just being inserted into places to serve Israel. It's Hitler's bunker. Right? I feel like no doubt they're all sitting there. They're like, oh my God, those are the walls of the wall, and this person's connected, and this person's, and it's all happening. That makes Israel the master of the universe. And it's a state level attack.
I just want to be clear. Anything happens to me, blame the Zionists. Like 1000% blame the Zionists. Like
it's not. I'm sorry, guys.
I love the videos he puts together, man. He just finds all the golden moments.
Crazy.
All right, let's get to some good stuff. I have the best photo to show you. I don't even know who these people are, okay? But look at this beautiful generational photograph.
Oh my gosh.
Can you even deal?
It is wonderful. Oh my gosh, Mom.
No, it hurts my heart.
What a beautiful, beautiful picture.
I just love it so much.
I do too. What a beautiful picture. And I love the caption.
Yeah.
I pray I grow old enough. Yeah. I pray I grow old enough to take this picture. What a wonderful picture.
Isn't it just the
Oh my
sweetest?
gosh.
Oh God, I love it so
It
much.
really is.
Love it. All right. So moving on to some more fun things. We have a woman scolding her dog, and you will see why in just a second.
She really be having the nerve to look at me crazy whenever I accidentally trip on her. But it's like, girl.
Oh my God.
Nobody, you not.
Oh my God.
Girl.
Nobody can see you. Nobody.
Can't be seen. Why do you like that rug?
Why? You're going to get a new rug. I would get a new rug immediately. You can't see her.
I know. It's so sweet. I love that. Also, I know you've been wanting a cat. And I think the best cat for you would either be a naked cat, which I don't know why you like those, but I know
you like the naked cats, you guys.
Or also a gigantic cat, like the Maine Coon cat, which you are about to see and hear. It is so precious.
I love these.
Look at how huge this is.
God, I need one.
Look at the biscuit makers on that thing.
They're so gigantic. Everything in our house is gigantic. I made one of these. I got to show this to my husband. He loves these.
I mean,
it's so gigantic. I know it is a lot of fur, right? We have so much hair. We have like tumbleweeds of fur in our house. Just constantly, just tumbleweeds.
Constant. I mean, So you already have it, right?
I know,
so like,
right?
What's a little bit more?
What's a little more? It doesn't matter. This is why I can't have nice things, you guys.
Also, someone caught this amazing encounter in the wild of a fellow on his bike meeting up with a very curious giraffe. And I just love giraffes. I know you love giraffes. So this is amazing.
Could you imagine?
I cannot.
He's like, hey, what you got there? Is that what is that? Oh my God. He's
Incredible.
a little that guy's trepidatious. He's like, what?
He's deferential. Like he's letting this giraffe do what giraffes are
what
going
he's
to do.
going to do. He's
he's like, oh my God.
Oh my God. I would be doing the same thing.
I would want to nuzzle. You know, I'd be grabbing that face and giving it kisses.
I would do exactly what the guy's doing. I'd be like, I'm going to let you just smell me. You can do what you want to do. That is amazing.
This is why I will die from being stomped on by a large animal.
You will die.
Not.
And I will not. You got to let them do their thing. Mm-hmm.
All right, last one. And I purposely put a little black spot in front of it to remind me, to remind everybody to hide your kids and your wives.
Hide
There is a lot of language. It's Gavin the musician. We love Gavin. He's the Irish guy with the hilarious accent, and he drops F-bombs like they're conjunctions, okay? And it's so funny when he does it. And so here is his latest video. I just love him so much. Enjoy.
Fucking hornets! Asian hornets have been spotted in Ireland. We're frightened. Asia, keep your fucking hornets to yourself. How the fuck am I supposed to deal with this? One of the hardest things about being a man is you have to pretend you're not fucking terrified when a bee flies near you. Zzz, how are you getting on, you fucker? Even if a bee flies right into your fucking face, as a man, you are not allowed to attempt to get rid of them. You are only allowed to do one calm, confident bat and a fuck off. And that's it. You are not allowed to move too quickly or try to hit the bee again. This makes it appear as though you have become frantic and been defeated by the bee. And if you do try to escape the bee, you have to do it really slowly so that everyone can see that you're completely fine with being stung. Well, I'm fucking not. I hate being sore. Look at the size of his fucking head. He's got plans. How am I supposed to play it cool around a fucking hornet?
I ran out of green
Normalise
screen.
men being a little bit afraid of bees. It's time we move forward as a society. Follow me. I'm delicious.
Just love him so much.
He is delicious. He is. Oh my God, I love him.
And what's great about him is that he can really sing. You guys, if you haven't seen his singing video, he's amazing. He's absolutely amazing. I love him.
He is
Love
delicious.
him.
He's absolutely delicious.
He's delicious, and you should follow him because of that.
Totally. Totally.
All right, we have some belated thank yous from last week. One from Jessica Storey, who said, "Why does Hunter Biden sound so much like David Spade? I can't unhear it."
That is a good point.
Do you think I tried to hear it and I don't? I don't hear it.
I hear it, Jessica,
Really?
and it's mean to David Spade because I like David Spade. I like him, but it's I do hear it a little bit. It's kind of like that laid back, like, "Hey, man, hey," that kind of voice. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Sorry
I'll
about my
try.
dogs.
I'll try to hear it. Rebecca Lame said, "Good luck moving Jackson back for his sophomore year. My daughter goes back this weekend for her sophomore year of college as well. I also have a son the same age as Gwen. May they all have a blessed year."
I love that. Thank you.
And he did have a good move in. I mean, his new dorm is like so much nicer, but the rooms are tiny, but it's still so much nicer than the last dorm. Oh my God.
It's
So
nice
much
to
better.
have nice dorms. They always live in the crap
Yes.
dorms their freshman year, which is good for them. It builds character.
That's exactly right. All right. Now
Uh-huh.
you.
All right, John Newbaum. Please keep my sister Kathy in your prayers. She is recovering from a broken arm and she just found out she has vertigo, which is why she has fallen in the past. Definitely pray for Kathy, you guys. John Newbaum said she is 67. That's
I'll be
young.
thinking about her.
It's young, John. The Brian Brumley. Delusional much, Gavin? We all know who America's favorite governor is. Tell him, Mock.
It's Governor.
Also, why are you gay? Michelle, 55. I think Gavin has forgotten the adage that imitation is the highest form of flattery. Such a Trump wannabe. It would be a good comedy routine if it wasn't such a pathetic ploy. So true.
I love that you say adage like it's so French.
Is it adage? Did you say adage?
But I like the way you say it. It's very
adage.
French.
Adage.
Adage.
Bo Mama 8, just sharing that I ordered Healthy Cell hair, skin, and nails bone on my hair is basically an illusion. Excited to see results. Bo Mama 8, I promise you will love it. Just give it like 2 or 3 months and you will start seeing results. I promise.
Mm-hmm.
Karen Elliott 2903, who listens to Jess Taylor's podcast? Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Jessica Tarlov's podcast. And also maybe Hills can have Trump bring a big, cheap reset button.
Yes.
They are both vile. Happy Monday. Happy Monday to you. Sorry, I totally butchered. It was kind of a mess.
I
butchered it. Karen Elliott 2903. Melania Trump's our version of Lady Di. Yeah. I can get on board with that. And I love Lady Di. Elizabeth Jared's 3717. If Trump cured cancer, Demrats would say, give us cancer back. They are crazy. Love you, chicks. You're right, Elizabeth. You're totally right.
Totally.
Arnurm 1331. How many liberals could President Trump cause to suffocate by saying breathing air is required of all U.S. citizens? I don't really care, Margaret. And it's only a few apartment buildings, Martha. That's right.
Yes.
We remember. Arnurm 1331. Also, I've been called out for not saying Pam Bondi today. Now, who put the turd in Saturday? Don't F with your face and take my money, jerks. I was like, wait, what is that? Yes, that's don't F with your face. Robin Dye. Daisy, I was the Tin Man in my DZ skit, Delta Zeta skit too. The Rush skit was the Wizard of DZ. Our skit was to entertain Rushies. We did the same skit in Alpha Chi back in the 80s. I think it was
my gosh. Is it like a scripted skit?
9091. I think they're just different themes. We all kind of use like the same themes. And it was a Wizard of Oz theme. And I was the Tin Man. I don't know why. Maybe we're like, see, we're the same, Robin. Aaron Krieger, Comey might be gay, but I refuse to claim him. Right. It's weird enough over here. We can't take the hit. Straights got to keep him. I love it, Aaron.
The straights
have to keep him. He's weird. We don't want him either. Weird. Can we just need to send him to some other island that I don't know, the island of misfits. He doesn't belong with either one of us, Erin. You guys, we're bringing it in. We're bringing it in. Oh my gosh. It's been a morning. Oh, I'm tired, you guys. I'm tired. Yes.
Maisie wants to say hi really fast.
Oh, no.
There she is. She got up from her chair and wanted to say hi.
She says hi. Everybody have a fantastic Monday. We will talk to you tomorrow. Bye.
Hello, beautiful people. This is the Chicks on the Right's Indian correspondent. Thank you for watching or listening. Be very sure to like, subscribe, and ring the bell to stay up to date on all of their delicious content. Okay, thank you. Come again.